We're here visiting with my good friend Lillian Hibbett, who is a wonderful Coleus collector. I don't think that I've ever met a Coleus collector, Lillian.
Well, it's become a fun hobby to go around to different garden centers and look for different ones. I have a little notebook that I keep a list. Many of them that I have this year, I never have seen before. I didn't see them last year. So with over 300 Coleus, you just never know what's out there in the market, and there's something new every year.
That's wonderful. And you say one of the things that you really love about Coleus is how easy they are to propagate.
Very easy to propagate, and I like doing that and spreading them into pots in my yard, and then I give them away, even as door prizes for our Optimistic Garden Club. That was a fun thing last year, to give them as door prizes.
Show us how easy it is to propagate these.
Well, you cut after the Coleus plant gets sort of heavy on top. It maybe will begin to kind of droop a little bit. And so you cut a good stem, maybe at least 2 nodes down, so
Right.
you have enough to stick in the dirt. Sometimes I've put them in water, just in a cup, and then let them root and bring them out to the dirt. But you can skip that step and just simply put them right into the dirt if you keep the dirt moist. So I water it every morning and then again in the afternoon to keep the dirt moist. And in about 2 weeks, it'll have a good root base, and it's ready to go into a pot like here.
That's
These
fast.
have come out of the little containers and into a pot, and look, I have just a combination of just things I've plugged in.
Nice.
And so it's fun to spread them and to give them to people.
And when you propagate these, do you leave these in the shade?
Well, you have to check when you buy them. Some are sun Coleus, but most of them do not like hot afternoon sun. Morning sun, but you just have to check the label when you buy them. Of course, they're annuals. They won't survive during the winter. But for me, part of the fun every spring is to go and find new Coleus and experiment with them, because there's all kinds, from big leaves to little leaves to solid to speckle, even trailing Coleus.
Even looking at these that you've propagated, there's so many different colors. And do you like to mix those together?
Yes, I mix them. I do have some pots of just one color, that it stands alone. Then I mix them with other annuals. I love to go to garden centers to their clearance table, and it's kind of fun to buy a 50-cent plant, and I'll stick a few of those in with my Coleus. So it's just whatever you want to do.
One of the things that really caught my eye is the Scarlet Red Coleus that you've got, and then the kind of rust-colored one. Talk to us about those.
That one's called Redhead, and it's a solid color, and it does stand alone, and it's in the ground, and it's getting sort of tall and bushy, so I'll probably be cutting on it maybe next week and spread it. So that's, like I said, that's the fun for me.
And you've got a mixture of them in the ground and in pots. Do you
Yes.
find that they like either one?
No, they seem to do well either way, and I also have them in hanging pots.
One of the things I like about your garden is, one, it's small and doable.
Yes, my secret cottage garden that I get up every morning and work in it, and it's just fun for me.
And I like the whimsy that you've got all through your garden.
I love whimsy. I think that sort of gives your garden personality. I have 2 bottle trees and lots of little statues. I'm a dog lover, so a lot of little dog statues and figurines and turtles and rabbits and all kinds of little concrete statues. So it's fun.
It adds a little visual interest.
Little whimsy.
Yeah,
It's good.
and your garden in the wintertime, because you've just got Coleus that are annuals, what do you love about your garden in the winter?
Well, in the wintertime, I have a lot of helleborus, Lenten rose, that bloom, January, February, March. So that gives some color. And also some of the succulents are not blooming, but they're green.
Right.
And my shrubs and all. So, and I leave my bottle trees out in the winter. I've never had a problem with them freezing or anything. So that's a pop of color, my cobalt blue bottle tree. So no, it's not as colorful as it is now, but it's not just barren looking.
Lillian, you've got a rather interesting elephant ear.
Lime zinger. It's a nice elephant ear that doesn't get huge like some of them. And it's pretty until right before a heavy frost. I go out and I cut it off the big leaves, and I bring the whole pot in. It has a big tuber.
Right.
You could dig them up and put them in a bag or something, but I just have been bringing in the whole pot. Then every spring I bring them out, and it's very easy. Just simply I water it every day, and low maintenance.
And I love that pop of color. It's true to its name.
The lime zinger.
And talk to me about your Rose of Sharon. It's just gorgeous.
Well, the old-fashioned Rose of Sharon has really got a pop of purple right now, and it fits this old farmhouse. You know, it's an old-fashioned plant up against the huge Natchez crepe myrtle that's just started blooming this week. The pop of white of the Natchez crepe myrtle behind the purple Rose of Sharon is a pretty accent, I think.
It is old-fashioned looking. That's
Yes.
what I like about it.
Right.
I love the Coleus with the pops of color in there, but I also like everything you've done with the annuals as well. You've done a
thank you.
great job with all of
Thank
this.
you. I enjoy all the color, and of course my pond now that I added in when I was remodeling, I enjoyed listening to the water and put a lot of sun plants around it, and then shade plants with the Coleus and all the other shade plants that I have.
Yeah, there's something real wonderful about just hearing water run, isn't it?
Relaxing.
That's nice. So you've done a beautiful job, Lillian.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you letting us tour your
Glad you could be
garden today, and you've made me a lover of Coleus.
Well, you need to, because like I said, there's over 300 kinds, and just go out there and be looking for different colors that you like.
I'm going to stretch my imagination with Coleus.
And then spread them when they get heavy on top, you know, instead of cutting them and just throwing them away, just give them to somebody.
Absolutely. That's the best
Share.
gift garden that you can do.
Yes.
Thank you, Lillian, for
Thank you.
being with us today.
Thank you.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.